Meanwhile, the power outage is still the big story this evening. Things are starting to trend in the right direction. When we narrow down to the Metroplex here, including Denton, Collin, Tarrant, Dallas counties, just a big four-county area, more than 600,000 total outages as I speak. And Dallas County has the most of any right now. It's 268, just a touch over 268,000. The problem impacting all of North Texas, though, every county in the region still experiencing power outages this evening when you take a look at this giant map. And ERCOT, you've heard it time and time again. That is the state's power grid operator, kind of in charge of the big umbrella. They say hundreds of thousands of Texans and more will have their power back on tonight when we compare to last night. Don't know that it makes everybody warm, but Jack Fink did speak with a North Texas energy expert who says that ERCOT has at least two areas they need to step up in to keep such an outage from ever happening again.
While ERCOT is prepared for heat waves during the summer, Bruce Bullock, director of the McGuire Energy Institute at SMU, says it has not prepared the state's power grid for the extended bitter cold we're experiencing now. And he says ERCOT needs to solve this for the long term.
Can we winterize this grid to more robustly? And how much is that going to cost? And are we willing to pay that price?
Bullock says one big issue is that some of the state's natural gas-powered plants went offline in the bitter cold, either because of mechanical problems or because they didn't have the fuel to operate their plants. And while half of the turbines that produce wind power froze, Bullock says ERCOT doesn't rely on this energy source as much in the winter. Bullock says the other issue? Experts have warned ERCOT that it needs to invest more in new capacity.
And with the growth in the state that's been coming and so forth, we've been advocating a look at the system to encourage more development of generation resources.
While many Texans have lost power for days now, others are experiencing controlled outages. And Bullock says those controlled outages are preventing a bigger problem.
If they don't do this in a very controlled and systematic way, then they risk longer-term damage to the poles and wires and substations and things of that nature, which takes weeks to repair.
Weeks instead of days it's taking now. Governor Abbott says reforming ERCOT is now an emergency priority of his, and he's asking state lawmakers to investigate. Jack Fink, CBS 11 News.